Good morning, everybody. It's Kim. I'm currently here on my own because it's too early and Pete needs a cup of tea before he can get started. But I thought I'd dip back into CSI for another case, and hopefully it won't take me 4 hours to solve this one. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. It's just gonna be a nice, chilled, relaxed Sunday morning stream. So yeah, join us for breakfast if you're available.
Guess what? We have another call. Welcome to the wonderful world of CSI. I'm still helping Grissom with the caseloads, and I need you to head out to the computer game trade show at the Spheres Convention Center. We have another possible homicide. Nick Stokes will be your partner. You like Nick. Everybody does. But behind that easygoing, low-key charm of his, you'll find one of the best crime scene investigators anywhere.
Hey, I'm Nick. You into video games? Hope you like the shooting ones, because that's what we've got here. Vic took 3 hits, 2 in the torso, 1 between the eyes. Also, it's uncommonly warm in here. Feels like around 90 degrees. Not normal for a showroom floor with electronics. So, let's see what we can learn. Looks like a display case for weapons. Heavy-duty weapons. I bet these are all used in the game somehow. Looks like this area is clean. Way to be thorough. Funky characters. Kinda doubt you'd find these two walking around inside some ultraviolet game. Wonder how this t-shirt was ripped.
We might soon have a Pete.
Blah.
And that was Pete. Good morning.
Is it more? What is it? Morning? I don't know. It's bloody early.
Just sit there and drink your tea. Fine.
With high-end speakers like this, if the audio is cranked, a gunshot could easily be covered up. I've heard of life imitating art, but this is taking it a little too far. Can't be a coincidence that our Vic's body was found in the same posture as the guy on the poster.
Come back to that.
It can't, you know.
I'm not a medical examiner, but this looks like a handgun shot at close range. You should check for gunshot residue to be sure, but I'll bet you already knew that. From now on, I'll put any GSR samples we recover in a place where we can both access it.
We got that one.
Uh-huh.
M4 assault rifle. You can do a lot of killing with this baby, but unless you're well trained with it, it's not exactly a good close-range defensive weapon. Here we have an empty mag and chamber, and no GSR, so this puppy hasn't barked in a while. Also, its barrel has been modified. It couldn't fire real bullets if it wanted to.
Mm. We do. Well,
I don't know.
there we go. It wasn't on the right place.
Sweet.
Sweet.
The blood pool under the victim is smudged, indicating the body was dragged to this spot, probably posed.
I want to take a photo of it first.
I don't know.
This needs attention ASAP. Let's use the mobile analysis unit.
What's the thing he's laying on?
Yeah, no, I haven't got that far down his body yet, though. I was trying to start it from the top. And seeing as that would be probably the most interesting thing that we'd find, I was trying to go there last. Very fiddly with the controller.
Yep, the ID confirms this is Stan Everston.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's talk to Nick. Yes.
Hey, looking for a hint?
No.
Sup, Nick, you manly posing geezer, you. Hello, who's this?
I have no idea. All I can say is Stan was like this when I found him. All shot up, bloody, horrible.
You know
Know
him.
Yeah, he's my boss. Was my boss. That's Stan Everston, the executive producer of our company, LZP. We're a gaming company, as you probably figured out. This is a demo room for the trade show attendees. We're showing our new game, Gut Wrench 3.
What do you do?
Marketing director is the title. But the truth is, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I put it all together, from packaging input to rolling this out to retailers and the public. You wear a lot of hats in the gaming industry. Well, last night, we set the booth up together. Or anyway, until I got burned out and was past the point of productivity. I bailed around 10:30.
Where did you go?
I should have gone back to my hotel and into the jacuzzi and then bed. But hey, one of the perks of doing a trade show in Vegas is Vegas, right? Lots of big parties hosted by the game companies. By the time I got back to the hotel, oh god, it must have been way after midnight. Maybe, let me think, 2:15?
So she was burnt out and had to leave work, but decided to stop at a party on the way home. Nice.
Sure. Andy Penmore, the lead programmer.
Anything unusual?
Well, the video game industry is inherently unusual. So that's a tougher one than it sounds. The ego, the testosterone in this little demo chamber. Could have sliced it and sold it for bacon. Stan didn't like to argue with Andy. Andy's too smart, got a wit and edge that'll cut you. Which is why Stan takes it out on me, usually. I mean, took it out on me.
Where is it?
Maybe in the room he and Stan are sharing? They were sharing. Damn, this is gonna be hard to get used to. Stan is, like, really gone, isn't he?
Well, he's not gone. He's on the floor over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least he
We
seems
should
a little
try
bit
his
more
hotel
shook up than the guy in the last case.
Or the artist. Or the other one.
The one who found her and her fiance.
We're here to showcase Gut Wrench 3. You come to these
Gut
trade
Wrench
shows hoping to
3.
generate some major buzz in the gaming press. A game is a product. Like a candy bar you want to convince customers to take a bite out of. Actually, it's more than that. You want them to crave that candy, right? So we're showing retailers what we've come up with in a setting where they can get lost in the game. I spent 6 months on the pre-hype, and with a top-selling, established game franchise, hey, the next Gut Wrench is the most anticipated title in years.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Gut Wrench 3.
Gut Wrench 3 is going to change the face of first-person shooters forever. The new dynamic incapacitation system and improved spatter physics has taken this franchise to a level of realism that was impossible when Gut Wrench 1 launched. We're the best first-person shooter on the market.
Gut Wrench 3.
No, we're a few weeks away. Truth is, we already have commitments from most of the retailers here. Our primary goal now is to generate buzz, to encourage buyers to up their orders. Trouble is, we still have critical bugs to fix. And with
Oh.
Stan gone, who knows if we'll make the launch date.
I think the murder's probably more important than the launch date right now.
Nah, man. Gut Wrench 3 is the most anticipated game.
I have no idea. It's not supposed to be this hot. Maybe somebody played with our AC setting. Oh yeah, so loud. You couldn't hear yourself think, even from a distance.
Whose shirt
It's
is
not
it?
one of ours. Our ex-designer was wearing a shirt like that yesterday.
Oh, ex-designer.
Hey, I don't do wardrobe. I'm marketing. No idea. Craig Landers. Used to work with us. Brilliant guy. He created the Fuzzy and Bill franchise for LZP. He's a little odd, but it's not really unusual for those creative types. You don't get into this business because you're normal. Honestly, I have no idea. He left before I was hired. No clue. If I had to guess, I'd say he's probably down on the show floor, trying to score
Pictures
free
with booth
t-shirts or
babes.
pictures with the booth babes. Sure. I know that'll help rule me out as a suspect.
We'd like to do a gunshot residue test as well. It's standard in all gun-related investigations.
Sure.
Gun right free.
You stop it.
Gun right.
Oh, you weren't awake yet.
Well, I'm not. Obviously, that's why I'm doing this stupid voice. Dear. Yeah, this is all a dream to me.
And
Grab your
this
gun, gun right free. Ah!
And this is why I love playing video games with my husband.
Hey, looking for a hint?
I'm looking for a gut wrench, you mug.
Are you now the marketing director?
I
Have
am.
you sacked her?
Sup, GD? That's an early start for
Morning,
you.
GD. Oh dear. I don't remember the controls now.
And how are you on this morning? Are you having a nice, relaxing morning? Maybe a little breakfast
Breakfast.
on the veranda of Gaming Diaries Towers. The birds tweeting, sun warming the things. Yeah, I've got a picture of this. Mr. GD sipping Bucks Fizz.
Game Expo too.
Game Expo.
Not the name of the Game Expo. The name of the Game Expo is Game Expo.
Game Expo. But the Game Expo name is not important when you're showcasing gun rent free.
Stop it.
Mobile lab is mobile.
Yeah, what are we using? Fingerprints first, I guess.
Still half asleep. Yeah, I've not been up long.
Fingerprints.
Sorry, I bailed on the whole SO stream last night. I was knackered.
He really was falling asleep.
Falling asleep at the
at
keyboard.
the-
Like,
yeah.
you know, when your head's nodding. And you're like, oh, I'm going. Quick, wake up. Kept getting up and slapping myself around the face. It wasn't working.
You have to wait for it. You can't just go to the next one. You've got to wait for it to do its little analysis thing.
It's not analysing nothing. That's just a little movie bit.
No.
This game hasn't got the physics that got retry. It's got.
Stop it.
Hello. Maya Wynn had her hands on the M4 assault rifle.
Yeah, but that's obvious. So she was a marketing director. So she would
GSR from
have.
the Vic matches the residue on Maya's hands. For Stan being a hands-on boss, our marketing gal got around too.
But she just said she set up the booth, so she would have had her hands on it. I don't even have we. Oh, sorry, God. Blood. GSR. Victim's DNA. Photo. Assault rifle. Ripped t-shirt. And the wallet. Check the
Ripped
wallet,
t-shirt.
didn't we?
One of them type of shows, was it?
We've done all we can do with that item.
That's because you said I didn't want to do the ripped t-shirt. I wanted to do the wallet. It was because you started going on about ripped t-shirt.
Let's run this evidence by brass.
Okay.
It was brass.
Don't you remember anything from the other night at all?
I struggle to remember who I am, really. Where I am, what I'm doing, is all a blur.
You know. Blood.
Blood. We get the blood. Nose. 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 Nose.
Maybe that can't be plugged, can it? Maybe something else. If we do that and then do no, don't do go away. Back. Wrong button.
Well, that's,
Blood on
yeah.
the floor is Everston's, suggesting he was shot inside that demo room.
Weird. Right, okay. Then chemical analysis. I'm assuming we do that one.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Oh, okay. Where's the comparison? No, because the gun was modified, wasn't it? So you wouldn't need to do that. I didn't want to do that. He just said we'll talk to Brass, and it's like, right, but where is he then? Am I missing something? No.
We've done all we can do with that
So I
item.
want to roll these out. I know that they're not gonna.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Done all we can do with that item,
Oh,
honey.
yeah.
Let's run this evidence by Brass.
Yeah, I want to do that, but I've not got an option to visit him.
Where would the
So-
option to visit him normally be?
Well, we've got mobile analysis unit or crime scene, and that's it. That's what we've got.
What's the walkie-talkie? Maybe you can talk to Brass. Like the walkie-talkie. No, that's not Brass.
Let's take us back to the page. I can't even see a walkie-talkie, right?
No, it's on the car, but it didn't light up when you were near it, so I'm assuming. that's
Am I
not it.
being dumb? 'Cause I can't even see it.
What, the walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
It's there. Underneath the lamp. Look. There. Keep going across. It's walkie-talkie, look. Hanging out of the thing. Look, big lead. Goes down to a walkie-talkie.
The plug.
No, it's a walkie-talkie, bubs.
Hey, looking for a hint?
No. You leave. Is there a door?
The door.
I can't get out there though.
Why would you want to leave?
Or can you like get in the car? Because I want to go and see Bra.
But we're at a trade expo. Got rent free. Why would you want to leave there? The hype is real.
Mm.
You ain't getting in that car.
No, you can't get in the car. Yeah. I'll go and talk to Maya again then. I don't really know why, but that's all we've got. She's still here. Ooh.
Investigate closer.
Ah.
Looks like this area is
What's the air
clean. Way to be
conditioning?
thorough.
Oh. That kind of
Rubbish.
sucks. I obviously missed some stuff here, didn't
You know, I'll play just about any kind of video game, but I think I'll pass on this sucker. I see enough carnage on the job.
Nobody passes on got rent free.
I? What's that?
It's a bullet hole.
Oh. It's the wrong buttons.
That'd be the bullet in the wall that passed through his branium.
Hey, you got gamer's eyes yourself. A stray bullet could have a lot to say to us about exactly what went down here.
Okay. So what else have we missed then? I guess we could go and analyse that now, couldn't we?
That's gonna be the gun, isn't it?
45 automatic. This could be our murder weapon.
Alright.
Someone could have shot our Vic to place the gun back in the display.
But why would they... Okay. I'm just gonna shut up. No fingerprints or anything on this. I'm a bit fingers and thumbs this morning, unfortunately. No fingerprints on that side either.
Can you check it for GSR? See, I know the terms. I could have been a cop's horse.
Doesn't look like it. What else have we missed then? Anything? Apparently it took us 6 months to set this up. Just as like a with a couple of stands and some of that army netting stuff. They
Camouflage
always have
netting,
it
honey. Camouflage netting.
exposed. Gutter than ever.
God, what the free? Coming soon. BS. They're all bullshit, honey. All bullshit.
I could have told you that. The ex-developer did it. There you go. Pulled it. So, gun, maybe? No, or back. I don't know if we can put the gun in here, but
That'll go on the assembly table.
Oh, okay, fine. We'll do that, Nick. Thanks for the tip. And I guess the bullet will go there too.
The microscope is the place for that.
Okay, fine. Microscope. Search. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here.
That'll go on the assembly table.
Oh, Nick. Right. Where is the assembly table? Dude, where's the assembly table? Or can I go back now? No. Dude, where's the assembly table? Alright, let's try the microscope again then. Select. Okay. It's saying that I did it all, so that's not it. Come on, Nick, tell us.
Hey, looking for a hint?
No, I'm looking to get back to the lab, dude. We also need to find the AC. This is just for the computer. It's DNA. Wonder if you can. I did that. Can we get some more evidence from it? There's nothing on it though, is there? Okay. You can't kind of get any residue or blood off of it. Not that. Need to run that by brass. Maybe there's something else we've missed then. Because all the evidence we've got suggests we need to go back to the lab. We're going to check for anything else. Okay, right. I guess we have to do another sweep and see what else we have missed. But I kept talking about the air conditioning, so maybe.
Looks like this area is clean.
Yeah, I
Way to be
know,
thorough.
dude. But there's obviously something we've missed, isn't there? So it does seem particularly strange. Oh, there we go. That's what we missed. If you don't get this stuff exactly on, it doesn't trigger, which is a little bit frustrating. Okay, so that says location search. We've got everything now. It was just that fingerprint that we were missing. It does seem strange that you wouldn't go and check the air conditioning though, seeing as people keep mentioning it. But we shall ignore that. We missed a fingerprint. That was why it wasn't finishing up.
Oh,
So I found the fingerprint. And now we're going to go and do it. So I'm hoping that once we test it, it'll...
testo print.
Well, my guess is that it's going to be Myers. And then that gives us a warrant to question her, which means we have to go back to the lab.
Right, I see.
But it would be Myers because she set up the stand. So... there you go. So it just did that.
Nah.
Like it didn't... We'll go back to the lab and do that again, shall we? Right. Let's actually analyse those fingerprints because it didn't let us do it. What fingerprints was it? Fingerprints on weapon case. Oh, do you know what? Maybe they're not Myers. No, they're not Myers. Let's see what else we got. We only got 2 sets of fingerprints. Okay, and it's not Stan's either, so it's someone else, which means it's going to end up being the ex-developers. Well, that's my guess anyway.
What, the ex-developer of Gunman 3?
Yeah, that one. Okay, right, so go back and search on this one then. No. So we don't have anything other from those yet. So what other evidence? Oh, we got the guns and stuff, haven't we? So let's go and do the gun on the assembly table.
What do you do exactly? Oh,
I don't really know, to be perfectly honest.
take the mag out.
Oh, this is that part from the program where they fire it into the gel
Okay,
and
let's fire a
stuff.
bullet from the 45. This will give us a striation sample. The 45 appears unmodified. It has 3 bullets in its clip. I processed the GSR from the 45's hammer. There's an anomaly, though. The 45 has 2 different variations of gunshot residue. One matches the 45, but the second is from some other bullet. I ran the serial number through Firearms Registration Database, and the computer tells us this isn't a gun club gun. It was owned and registered to our victim.
Okay. Is that it then? Have we done the gun?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So if I go here, it should... Yeah, the gun's done there. But we've got that one there, so we can go and do that under the microscope. I don't really know what I'm doing. Alright, let's go see Brass. Or go to the morgue first. Go to the morgue.
Sure, I'll send a team right out. This is recent bruising within an hour or two of death, revealing a clear knuckled outline with a strange pattern. A ring, perhaps.
Alright. So... someone is wearing a ring. Oh, hold on 1 second. Pete! No, he's not listening. Never mind. Alright, so we've got a photograph of the bruising. Let's talk. It's quite hard to control. On the controller, it's pretty sensitive. Time of day.
I would put it between 1 and 2:30 a.m. Normally, a body cools at 1 to 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit per hour, but the officer at the scene reported the air conditioning was off all night, which throws off the standard computations.
Blood loss?
With 3 shots to the body, blood loss collected from the floor is consistent. Your victim was very likely shot at that site.
Cause of death. Shooting.
Glancing at the body, I figured the shots to the chest were probably fatal. One penetrated the right lung and bounced around, filling the lungs with blood, suffocating the victim. Only that wasn't the case here. Not much blood in the lung. The shot to the head was fatal. Once it entered, the brain shut down and immediately stopped all bodily functions. Note the scattered nature of the gunpowder specks surrounding the entry wound. Some burned, some not, indicating the shot to the forehead was fired 12 to 16 inches away. Here are the rounds from the chest cavity. They're 22 LR cartridges based on the 2.5 gram average weight.
Okay, so we got some bullets from the body. Handgun or rifle?
Could be either. Obviously, a .22 rifle or pistol uses the same ammunition.
Trajectory.
2 very different angles of entry. 2 straight on, relatively, in the chest, but the forehead shot indicates an upward angle. Since you found the bullet in the wall slightly above the victim's chest, this tells us our Vic had fallen before the fatal headshot was dispatched. I've got nothing new to report on the Vic.
Okay. Thanks, dude. Let's go back to the lab to check that bullet. Microscope. So we got the bullet from the 45, bullet from the wall. How do you match this stuff up? Like, 45.
Oh, I'm gonna make tea, Zors. Would you like a drink?
No. Got some breakfast.
What do you want?
Let's see. I'll have
Oh, there you go.
some pancakes and some fruit, or some porridge would be nice, or eggs Benedict.
What do you want?
No, I'm alright. I don't want
Alright.
anything.
Got some crisps
Crisp for breakfast.
and some chocolate. That's what we got.
No, we ate all the chocolate.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
You ate all the chocolate.
we ate all the chocolate.
We. I could do some toast or something.
No, I don't want anything. I'm just messing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just messing with you. What I will have, if you don't mind, is my water bottle.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, mic adjustment. Sorry.
Mic adjustment. Right, I'll be back in a sec then. Don't want to
Okay.
take, no?
No, thank you. Okay, brass. Background check on the victim,
I've been pulling
please.
double shifts due to the workload, but I was able to get this for you. Stan Everston. No priors, much less convictions. Pretty well off. At least enough so to live in Beverly Hills, CA. Wife's been at home all week with their newborn son. The late Mr. Everston was executive producer at LZP Entertainment. He's worked for several big companies in the game biz, worked on several high-profile titles, but he has a rep for pushing people to new heights, sometimes pushing them too far. Finding enemies won't be a taxing task.
Okay. Can you verify
Let me
your
just
phone
check the
number?
computer. Okay, Mr. Everston was sharing a room with Andy Penmore. Next door is the gunslinging Ms. Maya Wynn. All checked in yesterday afternoon, Sphere Hotel.
Let me guess, we're gonna go there next.
We have a very angry lady who likes to hold guns. And she also has GSR in her hands that matches the GSR on the Vic. Yeah, let's bring her in for questioning.
I don't think she did it though. Or maybe she did. Maybe she's trying to trick us. Okay, Maya. What's going on? Did you do it?
No. I'm the one who rented the thing. Why wouldn't my prints be on them?
See? Tells you.
We were at a firing range and, keep this to yourself, but I overslept after partying last night and skipped my shower.
Why were you at a fire range?
I created a team building exercise to boost morale to blow off steam. It was also part of our marketing position, how we put realism into the game. It was a photo op. We had our pictures taken while firing guns for sending out to the media. It was our core team, me, Stan, and Andy, plus Craig. Stan invited him too, at Andy's insistence. I guess it was old loyalty to a founding member.
Weapons?
Couple of them. I kinda dig handguns, and they look good on me. Ever seen those Hong Kong action movies? Chicks with guns? I started with a 22, but it just didn't do it for me. So I switched to a 45. That one kicked ass. Oh, sorry. That must really sound in bad taste.
A little, but don't worry about it. You're not going to be as bad as the fiancé in the last case.
The rest of the weapons are still waiting to be picked up at the gun club. I brought the M4 assault rifle over early to ensure it would fit in the display. The realism of our game stems from the fact that every in-game gun is modeled after the real deal. And we had them here at the booth to make that point. This industry is heavily male-oriented, including the retailers, and everybody knows boys like toys. So I brought the toys for the boys to look at. No, we originally arranged to rent replica guns for the show, but when we picked them up, they all had a red cap on the muzzle. Gut Wrench 3 is all about realism. There's no way we can display weapons that are obviously toys. This was a last-minute wild idea I had, out at the gun club. I suggested we rent them from the club, and Stan loved the idea.
because that was wise. Put real guns with bullets in the mini display case at a game expo. That's gonna go well.
I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't live here. I just hopped in a cab and said gun club. You're detectives, right? How about checking a phone book? Again, realism and promotion. All of us here would role-play a combat situation, right in the booth, you know, every few minutes? Which is why I'm dressed for action, and sadly, Stan is too.
I don't understand. What's the point of play acting shoot 'em up?
To bring the game to life, to make the buyers feel like they were inside the game, to stimulate them to see our game over every other one here. Listen, a trade show is a kind of carnival, and this was effective, and yes, it was my idea. And hey, I'd have gone farther with it if I could. I wanted to fire off blanks, but the fire marshal nixed it. Too unsafe.
So you had no form of live ammunition in your play acting?
Nothing.
Someone did.
Yeah, he was. Not for real, of course. But his role was to take the hit, yes, and I was the shooter. We rehearsed it a couple times right before I left last night. I just point the empty gun at him, timing it to the demo, and mime to the game's sound effects.
Oh, sounds cut out there.
Stan couldn't see renting a .45 automatic when he just bought one. Sure, it was real. Hadn't been modified for safety, but hey, it was unloaded. And it's not like somebody would be walking around the trade show with a pocket full of bullets. Yesterday that sounded more reasonable, I admit. Well, he said he bought it for the company. It's the first weapon the art and sound staff used as reference. Andy thought he could program the game more realistically if he was familiar with the weapon, with its physics, as Andy put it. As I said, we are all about realism. The game has to be convincing. That's all I have to say.
Alright, bye. Where are we gonna go now? Let's go to the hotel.
I are back.
With tea.
With tea.
What's this? Not number 2, is this 3?
3.
In an hour.
No, not an hour. I got up at 8:30.
Hey. The Visa have certainly got a lot of advertising in this game.
Yeah.
They're like in every scene.
God, red free.
You're gonna have a throat wrench if you keep talking like that. That's not wise, is it? So it doesn't look like this. I can kind of look for evidence. It's like it's raining there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the interference might be our cable might be a bit knackered.
You think?
Yeah, I might have to look again a new
Raining
one.
indoors. Right, nothing to investigate yet, although that is blatantly something obvious and I want to know what it is. I'm going to talk to you. Oh, you Andy Penmore. Well, this is his room.
Perhaps you have some ID?
We're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab. We have a few questions.
Yes, I'm Andy Penmore. Is this about Stan? He never came home last night, but then this is Las Vegas.
I'm afraid Mr. Everston is dead.
Is this some kind of weird joke? Craig behind this, maybe? Or Maya? More of her off-the-wall publicity? I've been up all night slaving over some final tweaks Stan wants, and I'm in no mood for practical jokes.
No joke. He's dead. Murdered. In your demo booth.
No.
He was shot 3 times, Mr. Penmore. That's why we're here.
Oh my god. This is real. Really?
He's not the guy that's
Stan's
shown
my
the most
friend.
amount
He
of
can't-
emotion so
We were
far.
just
in his
together
game.
last night, so... My god.
This is no game. This is real, Mr. Penmore.
Just last night, in the demo room, putting finishing touches on the presentation, looking for bugs, discussing these final tweaks. God, I can't believe this. I headed back to my hotel room at around 1 in the morning. Stan wanted me to get on those fixes, and he stayed at the booth, preparing for the media demo today.
So, I can't remember the time that they said he died.
No, nobody I saw anyway. Who told you that? Maya? Typical. Trying to make me look bad, take the heat off her after she was screaming at Stan, which is why she was having problems with him. You had to know how to handle that guy, and attacking and counterattacking was bad strategy.
If you don't mind, let's just get back to the question. Did you ask...
No, we
Stan
want to know
Everston
about the
buy you a
argument
gun?
now.
Of course I did. How else could I program a game this realistic without understanding the actual physics of the key weapon? Also, our art staff needed it for reference. Is any of that hard to grasp?
Rude.
Look, I never shot anything more
Arrest him.
real than a super soaker. Not that Stan took much convincing. He'd been wanting to buy a gun for himself for some time. He had a genuine paranoid streak. Only now that he's a murder victim, he doesn't seem quite so paranoid, I guess. It's Stan's. He bought it for his 45. He used it last night at the gun club. Sure. This is a disaster.
Sorry for
Personally
knocking the mic
and
there.
professionally. I'll help in any way I can. Anything you need.
What you eating? It looks bad.
Looks like a salad that's been run over. But then you don't have time to eat, do you? When you're playing.
When you're crunching.
Geometry.
Oh, you're gonna end up with a sore throat. You know that, right? What? I don't actually know what I'm meant to be taking here. What are we looking at? Oh. I hate you.
Well, Miss Wynn painted a picture of a hype machine rolling happily along, but it looks like Stan the man was not so happy with her marketing campaign. That's pretty interesting.
But in free. Because what he's done is taken off the G, right? And he's
no.
put a B to make it but. And then the W has gone.
Oh, it's hilarious, isn't it?
That's an angry note.
Yeah, I can't. There's obviously some writing down the bottom which has been crossed out.
Looks like this area is clean. Way to be thorough.
Oh, look, we can go through his laptop. You do not have permission. do not have permission.
Hey, that's Fuzzy and Bill from that t-shirt we found. Looks like they've also been killed. Their video game got the axe. Looks like a number of hardcore fans were pretty teed off.
Mm. We don't have any permission. Right, we're gonna have to tell him he's got to log us in. You're not doing your song.
What's
The
that?
blong 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 song.
Blong, blong, blong. It doesn't seem as important this morning.
Oh, does it not?
It's all about the gut wrench, you know?
Come on, there's blatantly something in there.
There's nothing in there, Bubs.
There is, look.
No,
The letter, right there.
no. That's not there. Maybe you need a warrant to check his bag.
Yeah, maybe.
Just that I saw Maya wad it up and throw it at Stan yesterday, right after we checked in. She was pissed. Actually, the surprise would have been for her not to be. You see, she and Stan, they've been at each other's throats for 3 weeks. It's been getting nastier and nastier as we got closer and closer to this show.
Oh.
They did not see eye to eye on the market strategy at all. Yeah, it is.
May we collect it as evidence?
Well, I know I said I'd do anything to help out, but there is a line. I have a lot of stuff coming through here, like time-critical bug reports on the game. I'm sorry, I can't give it up, especially since it has nothing to do with Stan's death.
Oh. Warrant.
I've divulged everything I can think of.
Okay. What do we pick up there? Not a lot in terms of evidence. We've got his fingerprints. And the note. So let's go back to the lab. And we'll check his fingerprints. Oh no, he's punching the pixel.
Punching the pixel. Hello.
She'd be banning again.
She be banning.
She'd be banning.
She rolling. She banning. She's still banning.
What do you have fingerprint? So we found that was Myers, wasn't it? Myers. The weapon case was someone new.
Are you back on the coffees?
Yeah, they
I thought you'd stop drinking the coffee. It's a very nice mustardy yellow.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
Right. Weapon case. And it's
Sorry about bailing on the SO last night, punching the pixel.
no.
I was knackered.
No, but I don't want to select. I want to search. Oh, okay. Done it. Download. Right. So in that case then, we'll go back to the... Oh, we might have to go and get a... I went to the wrong place. I meant to go to Brass.
What is brass?
Hey, seriously, come on.
Is that a person?
Yes, please.
Right.
I've only been playing this game for like 5 hours.
Right. Punching pixel, you should never, ever, 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 ever feel sorry for saying something that you think, should you? Now, however, I appreciate the situation,
But it is gone.
but it's gone.
It went.
Yes, we
Only
had a
one.
hoss.
Yeah, only one. I expected an influx after seeing the one, but no. Gun club.
No problem. Here you go. Line of Fire Gun Club, 3727 North Ralston Avenue.
Yeah.
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Let's bring her back. Sorry, Malia. Yeah, angry notes.
Look, when you get hired for a job, it's because you got the right credentials, right? I've got a master's in marketing, but Stan thinks he knows how to do my job better because he's a guy. These last 2 weeks, man, they've been brutal.
What do you mean?
The company's come under a lot of critical fire lately, over the same old blah blah, excessive violence, lack of morality. I tried to tell him that negative publicity was a good thing, but he told me I just didn't get it. I'm a woman in a man's world, you know? If a girl doesn't play hardball, she gets rolled over. I worked too hard to have some chauvinist like Stan keep me from reaching my goals. I mean, I'm sorry he's dead. He was talented. This wasn't anything you'd kill anybody over. A professional disagreement that got a little ugly is all.
Yeah, I noticed the extra breath of the wild
Yeah,
video
how's that
this
coming along? Are
morning.
you nearly... I mean, is it a big game? Is it... And are you going to do the... Oh, hang on, I'll wait.
No, that's right, carry on talking. She's blanked out again.
Because isn't Ocarina of Time being remastered or something? You're going to do that one as well? Because I heard the music on an advert.
postal did they
Oh,
go?
he's talking.
They're
Just Pete.
hardcore fans of the comic, and a vocal minority that stirs up all kinds of online trouble. But they're still a minority, all talk and no sell-through. A few thousand crying fans is nothing when hit games sell millions of copies. I mean, have you heard of Fuzzy and Bill?
What I don't get is how this Fuzzy and Bill game is tied to launching Gut Wrench 3.
LZP is a successful company, for sure, but a small one. We only have so much personnel, and for that matter, cash flow. And anyway, my marketing research showed that another Fuzzy and Bill would never generate enough sales to break even, let alone show a profit. But Gut Wrench 3, on the other hand, builds on 2 enormously successful games and is what the mass public wants commercially. We'll achieve total market penetration with Gut Wrench 3. It's a no-brainer.
Gut Wrench 3!
I
That's
think it's
all I
been
have to
doing
say.
this all morning. Right, okay. Where next then? We get any location? Yeah, gun club. Pete?
Who are you? Who?
Thanks.
Oh, it's a big one, is it? Breath of the Wild. Okay, fair enough. So is your ways off yet? Did you start from scratch for these streams, or was it already a part way through savey thing that you'd picked up on?
What can I do for you, officers?
Las Vegas Crime Lab. We have a few questions we need to ask.
Alright, let's talk to her. What services do you offer here? We're a gun club.
People get to shoot the
Our
guns.
claim to fame are the public firing lanes we offer, 50 feet long. Patrons can rent weapons from us or bring their own. We offer guns for purchase as well, and our members get lower prices, lower rates on our services. We're responsible operation officers. We're all about gun safety here, offer classes for the whole family. But we also offer a tactical training course to police and military personnel. I'm sure some of your colleagues have utilized our services. For example, our changeable walkthrough course with simulated real-world environments. The only group we had was from a video game company. A small group, just 4, but they charged it on a company card.
Anything unusual?
Actually, yes. You see, people usually come out for one of 2 reasons. to have a good time, or to do some serious training. These four, well, if I'd had known what kind of mood they were in, I don't know if I'd done business with them. They were at each other, really nasty insults, arguments, two in particular.
Which couple was, arguing?
A young Asian woman and an older guy. Handsome, I'd say. They were in a huge fight. I mean, over the top to where I thought they might come to violence, which is not good in this environment. I came out and told them to get their act together, or they'd be out on the sidewalk where they could fight without guns in their hands.
Oh.
We can check the sign-in sheet for sure, but best I remember, in the evening, around 8 till maybe 10. We are pro-police here at the gun club. You guys are the first line of defense, and we back you all the way. Private lane number 1 is still in the
This is
condition
very,
collected, so, hey, do your thing.
pro.
A useful
Copper.
list.
Yeah.
Who brought what to the party?
Oh, so you had started it punching the pixel, okay. But kind of learning the game again. That was quick. Damn.
I didn't even see the
No. Whoop,
the
there it
message.
is. That was on the money.
Yeah.
That coffee has got you
She's
zoned in.
hyped.
Set of firearms? More like an arsenal. But understand, we don't rent out functioning firearms. Well, they function to a degree, but they're modified for non-lethal pellets, for legal reasons.
What kind of non-lethal ammo does it fire?
Damn
Paint
right.
bullets, but
You're up early
not
punching
paintball
the pixel.
exactly. These are the smaller variety pellets used in high-tech tactical training. These suckers pinpoint. And just because you can't get killed doesn't mean you want one of these paint pellets pelting you. They leave a whale of a welt.
Would that be the bruising or something? Then?
No, not without substituting a real barrel onto the weapon, and even then a special adapter has to be installed. And, well, it would be more trouble than it's worth. And we don't rent the real barrels out, if that's what you're thinking. Seems to me one of them did, but I'm hazy on who, and what caliber the weapon was. I mean, I see so many guns in this place. But it'll be on the sign-in sheet. We're all over it when somebody brings their own gun into our space. Now that you mention, the one who seemed to be the boss, fella who paid for the session, Stan Everston, he bought a .45 auto and some ammo for it.
Then scratch that cheese.
Yeah.
Scratch that cheese, scratch it good. Scratch that cheese like you should. A bit of a rhyme for you there.
Looks like this area is clean.
Thanks, Pete.
Way to be thorough.
Oh, this is a very empty room. But I can't get behind the desk. Won't let me.
Blah, 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 blah.
Looks like this
Oh,
area is
thank you very
clean.
much, Punching
Way to be
Pixel.
thorough.
It's because he's had 3 cups of tea.
Between 1 and 4, honey.
Oh, so
That
Sorry,
screws that up.
we have the Amazon delivery coming, and unfortunately it means that I can't. Oh, okay, that's good. I can't go visit Pete's mum because it's going to come when we need to leave.
Oh, the beast is rising. No,
Elder.
no. It's just a stretch. Going back down. Yeah.
Wow, look at that
Oh, look
grouping.
at the cat face.
That kind of shooting takes considerable practice.
Wish I had a towel I could have wrapped around my face when I'm
You
sleeping.
think?
Yeah, I know.
You
as
do
well.
that with a quilt, Pete. You steal it all.
I don't steal all the quilt.
You,
You
can't
steal all the quilt.
do. You do.
No ways.
Totally.
No. You steal all the room though.
Yeah, I do steal the room.
You what? You wake up and you're in like an L, like a bent 45-degree angle around, and you've come
You know
right
why?
across.
That's because I'm trying not to kick Zelda.
Yeah. I wake up, I'm like that against the wall, like, Jesus, there's no room.
Alright, anything else in here?
Although oddly enough, when I've spoke to Jesus about this, he's never replied. Miserable sod that he is. Oh, Jesus.
It's Sunday morning. You should be worshipping.
Oh, I suppose he's
Jesus.
busy on a Sunday, isn't he? It's a busy day for Jeebus.
Oh, what's that?
Jeebus.
Oh,
Looks like this area is
45
clean.
minutes, nearly
Way to
up.
be thorough.
yeah. Ethan is doing a test
We have an
exam
exam
question.
in the other room. Young Ethan is doing creative writing.
So the timer's gonna go off in a moment.
And then he is free.
can't think of anything else for you.
Once in your time.
Let's go back to the lab.
Is that DMCA worthy?
Yeah, totally, Pete.
Ah. Oh, hang on. Yes, mate.
Right, what are we doing? Fingerprints. Fingerprints, fingerprints, fingerprints. Right, just search on that first of all. Okay, so it's none of those. Okay. You want the photograph, don't we? So these, I guess, are probably going to match Maya's. No, they don't. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, clear that. If it's not Maya's. Do they match the weapon case? I think that's a match.
It matches, but you're matching an unknown against an unknown, so we don't really know anything. Always try
Yeah,
to match known
dude.
sample.
But we know that the person who shot the photograph at the gun range was also the person who killed the guy. Range target. What was that? What idiot? Ugh. Right, so who else's fingerprints have we got? We've got Myers, which they don't match. We've got Andy's, which don't match. I think that's it at the moment. Yeah, that's all we've got. Okay. So we really have to go and visit someone. Who should we visit? Let's go to see Andy.
I've divulged everything I can think of.
Yeah, the same here. Punch in the Pixel. It's all over my newsfeed this morning. It's like, I don't care. 2 rich people split up. And considering that those rich people are not going to have a problem in terms of financial difficulty or caring for their son or any of the other stuff that non-rich people have to go through during a breakup. I don't care. Guess Brass is getting Maya. Exactly, yeah. Totally. They're both famous and it's just going to be publicity for them.
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Now is Maya going to tell us that she's got nothing to say either?
Argue is a little strong. We raised our voices, but hell, it's loud in a firing range. I guess maybe I started to kid him, you know? And it got out of hand. Just childish crap. Like this insulting text message he sent me the other night. Really pissed me off.
What did it say?
Oh hell, I don't remember. I mean, it's a dead issue, right? Sorry, that sounded bad. I just mean, the guy's gone. Let's cut him a break. That's all I have
I
to
want
say.
to see the text message. Right. You gonna say something now? I want to
divulged
know
everything
about
I
these
think of.
arguments. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry, but there's definitely something there. Yeah, go get coffee. Is there something underneath that pillow? Or is it me?
Hey, a scorpion.
Oh.
Maybe we ought to call Gris in. Oh, I keep forgetting you're new. Grissom gets excited about bugs. Only, I don't know if you'd call this a bug exactly.
Yeah.
Not the right tool for this.
Okay, we're just gonna pick it up. Okay. Blum blum blum. Dead scorpion. Wicked.
I told you some interesting facts about scorpions last night, didn't I?
You did actually, yeah.
Because scorpions are real.
Vic had a cell number, but we didn't recover a phone from the body. Did the killer lift it for some reason?
Oh. No fingerprints.
More coffee. I would imagine they drink a lot of coffee in the offices of Garage.
Oh, really, Pete? Okay.
Sweet coffee. Do you ever have butter in the coffee? Punching the pixel. Apparently this is the thing. I never knew about this thing until the other day when Kimbertron mentioned it.
Well, obviously I've not tried it because I don't like coffee, but... Telling me to select.
Oh, you've got the laptop now, have you?
No.
Oh, right.
Oh. Okay.
Coconut oil. Oh.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you very much for the raid. Good morning. And how does this...
Do you know who this is, Pete?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
It's Marcus Ritter.
Marcus Ritter.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. And what has Marcus Ritter been playing?
His name's not Marcus Ritter.
I know.
But it's going to stick, unfortunately.
Worked on a graphic. Oh, okay, that sounds well interesting. Golden Sun. I do not know Golden Sun. Someone explain to me.
Punching the Pixel knows it.
Sorry, poor choice of words.
Looks up on phone, so doesn't feel like he's out of the loop.
Let me think. Yeah, he had it, because he text messaged me right after I got back to the room. Asked me to order a Cobb salad from room service and have it waiting for
There
him.
you go, Pete. It was a
Still
salad.
sitting here, wilting.
Right, so you put Golden Sun into Google, and I've got a local Chinese
Looks
takeaway
kind of bad, sort of
and
sick at the
sunglasses.
moment, but
That's not what I
let
wanted.
this friend of ours
No.
do that. There's a practical joke. Thing was dead, couldn't hurt him, and Craig said Stan would get a kick out of it. Those two were always doing that kind of thing to each other, so I just went along.
Oh, okay. It's an RPG.
Hell no,
Okay.
it was dead.
It's
Couldn't
good.
hurt him or
On
me
Game
for
Boy
that matter.
Advance. So how do you link the Game Boy Advance to a stream? That's interesting.
He's a game designer who was one of the founders of the company with Stan, even before I arrived. He left about a year ago.
Oh, okay, fourth coming up.
Kind of out there, calling an acquired
Well, we don't
taste.
talk about that,
For
right?
example,
Well-
just before he left the company, when he was working on Gut Wrench 3, he put in a cheat code that lets you kill the boss. Of course, killing bosses is common in shooting games. At the end of a level, it's usually big bad guys or grotesque monsters or whatever. Not yuppie businessmen who look exactly like Stan Everston. You had to be there. Anyway, this was about the time Stan fired him.
Oh, that Punching the Pixel's happy.
Yeah, take that shower. Do it.
Oh, it's lovely to chat to you.
Yeah, it is.
And well done on the Kickstarter.
Because you're a famous, mainly, obviously.
Proud to be backers.
Damn right.
Gee, I have no idea. He drove here on his own just to attend the trade show and hang out with us. I couldn't give you his license under hypnosis, man. It's some SUV, American make, I think. Ask Maya, why don't you? Craig was hitting on it pretty hard yesterday, and they were getting friendly. Saw him exchange phone numbers.
Oh, God. This case is getting more and more complicated.
So, for the Raiders, how does this is not kind of sit next to a game like Golden Sun? I don't know if that's...
Hey, looking for a hint?
No, we don't need a hint.
We don't need a hint, man.
Go away. Let's go talk to Maya again. Let's get her back in for questioning. And
Yeah,
the cell
I had the
phone as
phone
well.
company track it to a general area using the GPS. Just arrived.
God, Red Free.
Stop doing that.
So the reason we're playing this game is because when we tend to finish streaming of an evening, our time anyway.
This is very tenuous.
Yeah, is because we tend to watch just a little, 10, 15 minutes of TV while we're uploading videos,
Don't
whatever.
interrogation, no.
Oh, don't talk over brass. And normally what's on the telly will be some form of CIS program, NCIS.
Who did it again? CIS.
Ah, CIS. CSI.
Or NCIS.
Or New York NCBS. So we thought, you know what? Let's buy the game. Apparently there is a newer game though, where we didn't realise that was on the 360. But
Yeah.
maybe if we get on with this one, we'll play that one next.
Hardly at all. I just met him yesterday evening at that gun club. Apparently, he helped LZP get off the ground, and of course, I knew about his game getting killed.
Andy says you were acting very friendly. Mind telling us what that was about?
What happened to what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
You're
You're
still in Vegas.
Vegas. What happened?
Nice comeback.
Let's keep this confidential, because I got a life back home. Have you ever met somebody at a party or something and clicked and wound up in the backseat of a car? I found Craig a little bit cute last night, and I was half drunk.
When did you leave his
Oh.
car?
I left Craig around 1:30 or so, in the AM.
But she also said she didn't get back from a party until 2:15.
Garage underneath the Sphere Convention Center. Only Craig isn't staying at the Sphere. Isn't staying anywhere, really. He's between gigs and on a tight budget.
No.
A new GMC Envoy. I even know his license plate because it was personalized after the characters in his game, Fuzzy and Bill. FZYBIL, I think.
Sweet number plate.
Right, okay. Let's go to the new location then, I guess.
Who are you? who? I really want to know. There we go. We have to do that because it's not in the game. And apparently that's the song that happens
I can't
there.
believe you've
And
never
I'm
watched CSI.
And I'm the one that apparently has got the singing talent. Apparently. Voiced like an angel. Being dragged through an edge backwards.
Yeah, it's angelic.
Nice look at the camera there.
Yeah.
A random dude standing there like a zombie in the middle of the car park.
I'm guessing that's his car. Should we go
All
there?
the cars are GMCs, have you noticed?
Advertising.
Yeah. Visa and GMC is a big part in this game.
I don't know if we're going to be able to look at it yet though. We might have to ask him if we can do so first.
I am indeed Craig Landers, game designer, visionary, master of the universe. I'd invite you into my office.
I love
but
that
it's a
product
little
placement,
cramped.
right?
What's up?
Don't like him already.
Ooh, sounds serious. I'll see if I can whip up a few answers. Is it serious, guys? Must have been, yeah, last night sometime. Why, you looking for him? Try the LZP demo booth. Dude lives there.
Dude died there last night. Murdered, Mr. Landers.
What is this? What, some kind of joke or something? Hey, you're not kidding, are you? Hey, that's crazy. He was breathing the last time I saw him, which must have been around 10 p.m. after the party. We walked to my car. Here.
All these times are getting mixed up.
He was like my brother. I mean, LZP was our mutual thing. Grew out of what we had. Which was friendship. But like all brothers, we had our problems. You know, business stuff. But we went back to the birth of LZP.
Well,
Anyway, he
Punching
invited
Pixel
me to this
reckons he
launch
did
party
it.
last night. So you can see, we were tight. Even now. Of
Random
course,
parking
a
lot
demanding
guy did
dude
it.
like that, control freak, he's bound to rub people the wrong way. You'll have a lot of suspects to sort out. Maybe I can help.
Dude, you're one of them. Why are you staying in your car?
Just happen to be between gigs, but with my rep, hey, I'll find something. One of the reasons I'm here at the show is to network and let people know I'm available. See, most designers would be at the show on somebody else's expense account, but right now, I'm on my own dime. Only I don't have many at that.
How long have you been
It's
here?
just tough when you're on your own dime,
Trade
right?
show? Guys, you're not gonna bust me for camping out, are you? I'm doing business. Give me a break. Have a heart. Don't make me move my wheels.
Parking garage security isn't the crime lab's deal, but I can see why you like the location. Pretty close to the convention center.
You're right about that. I'm not
Do
in
it.
Vegas for the
Punching
gambling.
Pixel.
Is that the cherry
you need,
ones,
You need
Punching
Jaffa
the
It's a
Pixel?
Cake.
prime opportunity for a designer like me to hook up with a new company. Easy for somebody with my record to talk to the top people and recruiters. Plus, I gotta stay current, see what the competition's up to and where the virtual world is heading.
Must be pretty tough, playing video games all day.
Must be tough eating donuts all day. No offense, but as often as you hear that, I get what you said. This is a tough, demanding business. Kill or be killed.
Kill or be killed.
I meant that figuratively.
God, right free.
Hey. Stop it.
Right, okay, no more gut wrench
Maya.
free boys.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Great girl. Woman. We connected. I've always had a kind of thing for Asian beauties, and she sure qualifies.
Wow.
And smart and funny. Wow. We took off after the party and had a few drinks and wound up in my little four-wheel suite here.
Did you discuss her outburst with Stan?
Maybe I better go for full disclosure here. One of the things we bonded over was our mutual frustration with Stan, and what a tyrant he's been lately. It's a bummer to think about now.
Oh, we could try and send more, but I don't know
Yeah.
whether they'd get there in time, though.
Happy to give it a go though.
Oh, well, I wasn't exactly watching my watch, but I'd say, just before midnight, we were together in the, on the back seat there till 1:30-ish? Tried to do the gentlemanly thing and offer her a ride, but she said, oh, don't be silly, she could walk. It was just one of the outlying buildings attached to the Sphere complex.
This dude's got a lot to
Where
say,
else?
man.
So right here in my office, which is also my bedroom. I played a few games on my handheld and finally drifted off to sleep.
Well, Punching the Pixel thinks that this guy did it. Gaming Diaries.
Yeah. He could. He's desperate, right?
Yeah, legally purchased in California and registered to me. Why? Did I break some statute or something? It's just Stan and Andy suggested I bring it. Something about getting the team into the reality behind first-person shooting games. Stan knew I have a gun and know my way around firearms. He thought I could give the gang a few tips. Yeah, there it is. I was handing them out at the show to, hype up the characters. Where'd you find it?
We found this at the crime scene.
Why is your shirt
I have no idea. Maybe someone tore one I handed out?
Oh,
the
cat
cat's
on the
moving.
move. Cat on the move. Zelda, you're sitting. Oh, you know what she wants. She wants to sit on your lap. That's
Come
what she
on.
wants.
Damn tray. Here we go.
Go on.
So, for those that are not been here before, we have a cat, as many people do, and sometimes we enter into the realms of like live art, like Dungeons and Dragons type stuff, and we have a dice tray. But the dice tray has been stolen by the cat now, and it is no longer a dice tray; it's the cat tray. And for the cat to sit on your lap, as she likes to do, she has to be in the dice tray. Sorry, the cat tray. And now that's that. If we were on camera, obviously I would show you the cat in the cat tray.
Hold them.
But because it was early and I haven't brushed my hair,
And we're still in our pajamas.
we didn't do cam. So, cat in a tray. Can I do cat in a tray in a gut wrench free voice?
If you want to.
Get in a tree.
Oh dear.
Hey, I do want to help, but they say a man's home is his castle, and right now, these wheels are all the castle I've got.
Right, we need a search
I know
warrant
all
on
about
this
my rights,
guy,
including you needing a search warrant first.
which we can get.
That I'll do. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
I was
or
thinking
anything.
punching the
Stan's
pixel.
death
Oh,
is a
sorry,
shock to
he's
me.
talking.
Do your tests.
You're fine.
What we could do, if you just let us know where you're going to be, like 2 or 3 weeks there, we could just send Jaffa cakes to those addresses. So wherever you
Yeah.
are, Jaffa cakes
It's
arrive.
waiting.
It'd be like a
Main
Jaffa
map of
cake
killing-
subscription.
Oh, come on, you can't be serious. That was a joke, an inside joke, which was the last thing I designed at LZP before we fell out and I left the company. Surprisingly, he wasn't thrilled. He had a sick sense of humor. We had that in common, a kind of dark practical joker streak, so I thought he'd laugh. But all of a sudden, Stan reacted like he'd grown a stick up his butt. That was the last reason I needed to hasta la vista.
Yeah, why would
It
you
was
leave a
just
company you
time.
filmed?
I'd been in on the ground floor of LZP and helped guide its direction for years, but Stan was moving us into increasingly more violent games, and I was thinking we were getting... I'm no prude or censor, but we were definitely skirting the edge of irresponsible, okay? Kids get access to these games, even the restricted ones, and I got into this field to give players entertainment, challenging entertainment sometimes just sheer fun. But blowing people away in increasingly realistic explosions of blood and brains and bone, well, let's just say it wasn't my dream.
Speaking of irresponsibility,
Hmm.
we were chatting to our friends yesterday, and they've got a little
We do
boy.
have friends.
We do, not many. We were chatting to them about their son, who's 9, and they've got him playing Call of Duty
Call of Duty.
at 9 years old.
9 years old.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
We didn't really know how to
You know,
react
like when
to
you
that.
don't know what to say, because what you want to go is 9 years old, Call of Duty, but then it's like, oh no, I don't want to come, I don't overstep the friendship
Don't want
boundaries
to
here.
tell them how to parent their son, but it's worth pointing out as well that they're not really gamers themselves. So,
the husband likes to think he's a gamer.
oh, that sounds like we're being
No,
very
but he just
critical.
plays Call of Duty. That's what he
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, kind of. I wouldn't have said just because you play a couple of games makes you a gamer.
No, But surely if you play a game, then you're a gamer.
No, I suppose.
Yeah,
But then,
that's a whole different
when we
subject.
were around someone's house before.
Back in better days,
Oh, no, it
Stan and
wasn't
I
him.
shared
No,
a
it doesn't
kind of
matter.
warped sense of humor.
You're
Maybe I
getting
was trying to
mixed
get
up.
that
Yeah.
back, or maybe I was just trying to get back at him. But it doesn't matter, because I didn't even shoot it. That was Maya.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah, 18 game, 9 years old.
Yeah, that's really. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm staying perfectly straight with you guys. Yes, I put it there. It was one of the little guys I rounded up out in the desert.
Why'd you put it in his bed?
Haven't you heard anything I've said? We were practical jokers. Stan and me, even Andy. I know it sounds like bizarre video gamer bonding, but it's true.
What did he put in his bed?
A dead scorpion. Right, so we're back onto the 3 suspects again. Although there is a space for a 4th.
No, there's nothing wrong with the cook games, right? But yeah, what they are is very
Not suitable for a
war
9-year-old.
orientated, right? And
That's
and
what they are.
that's great. But 9, I don't know.
It's like, give the boy Minecraft, for God's sake.
Yeah, you know. Like, look at that little cat face. Look at it.
Yeah.
Look, that's one happy cat face. Although she has got a little bit of jabby eye. We have a bush in the garden that the cat likes to hide under. And it's quite like a spiky leaf, grassy kind of bush thing. And she dives into it and sometimes it jabs her in the eye.
She's on her way to
So
interrogation.
she's got a squinty eye because
'Cause
she's
she's-
obviously done it yesterday.
And this ailment is known as jabby eye in the house.
Because she's jabbed herself in the eye.
Jabby eye. It's no joke. You have to live with those things.
Come on, Maya. Tell us something new.
So what if I did? Craig plastered that pick on the target. I took aim and showed them my stuff. Gotta give Stan credit. He laughed. For a while.
Right, okay.
Maybe you guys ought to join the gun club. Me, I was raised around firearms. My dad was ex-military and his big hobby was hunting. Plus, I didn't have any brothers and kind of went the tomboy route to please Daddy, who trained me in guns from grade school. But I never could bring myself to shoot animals, so I was strictly a target range girl, and I have the medals to prove it. I used my experience to help Andy with his in-game physics simulations. Not
I
that
am
showed
the
any
world's
gratitude.
leading
After all,
expert in jabby
I'm only
eye.
Mark
Dr. Pete.
He's the
And
cool.
he's
Not Dr. Beat, but Dr. Pete.
Dr. Pete. And he's Doctor's feet.
Okay, where do we want to go now?
I don't know. What's going on? Someone died or something? Shotted?
Yeah. The lab. That's where I want to go.
Whose house? Pete's house. Say what? Whose house is Pete's house?
Right, fingerprints.
Oh, we're inside out ear. I like it when Kay is doing it. She doesn't like it so much when you do
Well,
it to her.
don't do it to her
What?
then. We want the picture from target range.
I'm starting to wonder how anti-violence Craig Landers really is.
Then clear that. And if I do that, we should be able to. No, wrong one. It's weapons. Okay. Yeah.
Craig had his hands on the weapons case. Another potential link to the crime scene.
Well, and that's not enough for a warrant. Should be. What else have we got? What other evidence have we not checked yet? We've done all the DNA type stuff. Oh yeah, the encrypted email from Stan's laptop. Where would we use that though? Like what machine? I don't know. Unless we give it to Brass, maybe.
Give it a Brass. Give me something to do.
No, there we go.
I would have encrypted this little number myself if I was standing up to a boss like that. I've printed this love letter out for you.
Thanks. And just because you have no life doesn't mean I can't have one. I work hard and I like to work hard, but I won't burn myself out just to suit you. Keep pushing and I will push back. Got it? Good. Fire.
Oh dear.
Oh. Not I can give for Maya, is it?
It's not, is it?
But
this is set up to look like it's her, isn't it?
yeah, it's not.
It's not going to be her.
No.
Because also, if she's such a crack shot, she wouldn't have shot him 3 times, would she? She would have just boom, headshot. And that would have been that. Just saying. Well, it's an old Nokia. It's like the reaching out hands they used to have.
Bit of advertising for Nokia there. Oh look, a fingerprint.
So who are we feeling has done it so far?
We need some Ghost Al. He's pretty good at
Parking lot guy still for punching the
I
picture.
don't know. That Andy guy has been quite quiet.
Is that the guy with the salad?
Like both Maya and Craig have been like, yeah, we hate him, and Andy's like, oh my god, I'm so cut up. So I don't know. Is he sus? Maybe. More fingerprints. Fingerprints from the phone. Oh, is it only a partial? Oh, okay.
Can you not scan a partial
I don't
print then?
know. Yeah, it's a partial fingerprint. So, can I... Turns very slowly.
Yeah.
So there's no more fingerprints on that, is there?
Don't appear to be.
Okay. We kind of want to see what's on the cell phone though, so how do we do that?
Well, don't look like you can.
Not here anyway. Let's try it in the computer. Or maybe audio and video maybe. See.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Oh really? But you're not even gonna look at the phone and see what messages were sent and stuff.
Can't go through people's phones.
Okay.
And punching the pixel would know.
She would know. She knows this kind of stuff.
I remember from back in the day, I had the Matrix phone, the Nokia one. With
Why am I not
Oh,
surprised?
that was brilliant. It had a button as well, so it went like click and it shot out. That was a good phone, man. I
Why
enjoyed
am I not
that.
surprised that Pete had that phone?
Let's see what
Scorpion.
Doc Robbins has to say about this.
Okay, right. Let's go and visit the doctor then. We'll go do that.
I still need to get myself a new phone. That's still on the list of to-dos.
I don't have anything for you right now.
Do you not? Oh, but you said
I've got nothing new
to tell
report on
you
Vic.
about the Scorpion. Oh.
Right, okay. So it's a dumb phone because it's not a smartphone.
Oh, gotcha.
But Snake, though, you know what I mean? Was the best phone game of all time, wasn't it?
Of course.
These marks are insect bites, or more precisely stings. The talk screen isn't back, but these could be the work of a wasp.
It wasn't a wasp.
He was lucky to avoid infection, if indeed any murder victim can be called lucky. With fresh clotting like this, the man got stung within the last 48 hours.
On the foot.
Talk.
Well, the tox screen is in. While there was no venom detectable in the bloodstream, a high number of antibodies were present, confirming the sting happened within 48 hours. Could be a yellow jacket, could be a scorpion. Well, most of them are non-lethal, to adults at least. Worst case, the sting could have caused anaphylactic shock, like a bee or wasp sting. A severe reaction can cause death, but not in this case. I don't have anything for you right now.
Okay. Oh.
So someone put a scorpion in his bed, but it wasn't actually dead. So it stung him on the foot.
It's a scorpion shot him.
The scorpion shot him.
That's it, we figured it. Let's go home. Done.
Was it scorpion that did get over here? Or was that? Wasn't it? Get over here.
We'll do another round of questioning the suspects.
We haven't interviewed the scorpion. It was very tight-lipped. But it did like a belly tickle, as we discussed yesterday.
Okay, let's rule out any evidence we haven't checked yet. Okay, we've done all that.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Thanks, Nick.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Press the wrong one. Okay. We can search on the business card.
Looks like our Vic was busy making friends right up to the end. With a text message this close to the time of death, this could have provoked an attack. Or the messages could have been sent after the murder. Maybe somebody used Everston's cell phone to send messages, throwing off the time of death.
Oh.
Hey. How's the
Hey.
video game case going?
It's not game over yet. We've got some suspects, including a high-strung marketer, an aloof programmer, and a mysterious designer.
Any good physical evidence yet?
Nothing substantial, but it's still early in the case. We just ran his phone messages. It looks like he sent this message just before he died.
Maybe. Didn't Doc Robbins report the time of death was estimated? And you didn't actually find his phone at the scene.
If Stan sent the last message just before he died, where's his phone?
We've
Maybe
got
someone
it.
else sent that message after the murder and then tossed the phone.
You know what Grissom would say.
Yeah. Follow the evidence.
Yeah, follow the evidence.
But we've got the phone. We know where it is. And wasn't that where we got the... Yeah, done it.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Just rolling all the stuff out. So we know what we
We've
haven't
done all
looked
we
at
can
yet.
do with that item.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Yeah.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Oh, we've done all those now. So, we've done all those, but it seems strange that we're not comparing the bullets. So we got bullet shot from the 45, from the wall, and from the body.
Yeah, but they're very crinkly wrappers, and they little like the noise they make is good for cats. I would have thought. Zelda likes a little like a plastic wrapper because it's all
yeah.
crunchy and
runs off with it, doesn't she?
Yeah. Sweet wrappers. She gets hold of them. They're the same.
Oh, have we got to like match this up? Like, oh, okay. Oh, that looked pretty good though.
Striations from the bullet in the wall match the bullet in the victim.
Oh, Trinity updated and we have a warrant.
Oh.
Excellent. So what's the Trinity showing now then? Who's most in the firing line? Oh, that was a good pun, wasn't it?
Very
Firing
good,
line,
honey.
'cause he-
Very good
yeah.
indeed.
That wasn't intentional.
Some of the best puns aren't, right?
That we can get Craig in. See, Andy did it. See, he's the most innocent right now. He did it.
You think?
Always the quiet ones. You gotta love an unintentional pun, right? Right, warrant.
Is it raining outside? It sounds
I
like
don't know.
it's kind of
probably.
rainy.
Can I get a warrant?
Can I get a witness?
Craig. Where's
We
car?
have a strong connection here. The bullet's a 22. He owns a 22. His shirt is at the scene. And Landers has a bit of history with our Vic. The search warrant will be for a handgun or handgun accessories.
Right. Then we're gonna go and do that search. Back to the car.
Oh, crud. Wait. I demand to see a lawyer. I know my rights.
You watch too much TV, man. Stay nearby in case we have any questions.
Yeah. You. We're gonna go search your shiz.
Gonna search his shiz, gonna search it good. Gonna search his shiz just like we should. There you go.
Hey.
That's the CSI. That's
These
better, right?
22 caliber bullets are the same brand as the ones found in the body.
Super shooter. Super sharp shooter, shooting shots. Jungle is massive, right?
That fingerprint on the end, I can't really tell.
I see. I think Gaming Diaries is swinging towards the parking lot zombie man as well.
Punching the Pixel says, did the stream audio just get really quiet there?
Oh, did it? Is it okay now? Oh,
no.
headphones died. Oh, have you got like funky? What headphones have you got? Tech talk. Normally there'd be a background and noises, but we don't do that anymore.
Ah,
That's
yes,
weird.
the mysterious 22. At last we meet.
Looks like a Glock, right?
Has this got to go on the assembly table now? Probably, I would imagine. Stereo looks like a skull, look at it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Voodoo.
Yeah.
Voodoo car.
Voodoo. You know, which ties in nicely to Gabriel Knight. Which ties in nicely to Marcus Ritter. Which ties in nicely to this morning's raid.
Thank you again.
Okay.
Not often we get famous.
I've told you everything I know.
Really? Dude. I think what to do next.
you have to hold the wire. Oh no. So maybe within the next set of Jaffa cakes, we need to send a headset.
What was the evidence that we just got? It was a box of bullets, wasn't it? And a gun. Alright. I'm on TV, Mum. Go back to the lab. Let's mess up his gun.
Why would you just have your gun lying around in your open car? You wouldn't do it, would you?
Don't say the T word.
No T word should be
Because
said.
the cats will want those T's.
They will want them.
Right.
How the dreamies, have they gone now?
We've done all we can
Oh.
do with that item.
Press the wrong button. Wrong item. We don't want to do that. We want to do the gun. Gun.
What's up, Phil, man? How you doing?
It's Phil.
Welcome along. You're up earlier than I. Oh, I suppose. 12:15. That's a good lane,
Yeah, I
right?
was gonna say it's not that early. We shall have to go and do the boys some lunch
Let's
soon.
fire off
I have
now.
a defrosting
The weapon's
said
unloaded, but the
muffin.
barrel's been
Okay.
tampered with.
I will go and do it in a
Somebody scraped the inside
second.
of it.
And then
Maybe
we
they were
need to
trying
sit with him
discourage
and go
ballistics
through this.
matches. The gunpowder from Landers 22 matches the second type of powder found on the 45 automatic?
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Right.
Have a nap. If you're tired, then feel free to go and nap now, punching the pixel.
Right, the bullet from the 22. Evidence. Where's the bullet from the body?
The body bullet.
Yeah, bullets from the body.
The striations don't match, which is not a shock, considering the barrel's been tampered with. So I'm not ready to rule this out as the murder weapon. It would be nice to know whether this gun was futzed with before or after the crime.
Futzed with.
Our ousted game designer either knowingly or unknowingly provided the bullets that killed his former boss. The problem is, somehow all three of our suspects fired these rounds.
Oh.
The electron microscope confirms the gunpowder found on the forehead wound matches all three of our suspects' hands. This definitely muddies the water a little bit.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you can't beat
What's
a good
up?
nap.
Oh.
We have a real mystery here. Let me lay it out for you.
This is just
We
a
have 22
recap in
caliber
case the
bullet
player
that we
didn't
found in the
understand.
body. Its GSR matches this box of 22 bullets. We also recovered a 22 handgun owned by one of the suspects and have found the same GSR traces on it.
Okay.
But ballistics don't match, so this weapon didn't actually fire the bullets into the Vic.
Sounds like you need to find a different 22.
Well, there's one more twist. The 45 handgun we found at the crime scene also has traces of the 22 bullets GSR on its hammer, but as you know, it can't fire a 22 round.
That's true. But didn't I overhear something about modified rifles from the gun range?
Yeah, but that's out. It only fired paint pellets.
Same concept, Nick. How do you fire a non-standard bullet from a weapon? Modify the weapon. I'd go back to the gun shop and see what else they know.
The weapons lady did it. Alright. Oh look, we've done the crime scene and the car now. So let's go to the gun club.
Gun club did it. Well, I'm going to slip off and make some lunch for the boy.
You do that?
Do you want anything while I'm in the kitchen?
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Although at some point we will need to mark homework.
Yes. Before we leave for my mother's.
Yeah. I'm trying to wrap this up as quick as I can, this case.
We don't stock them, but they're easy enough to special order. Those kits are fairly popular, because they let you train with less expensive rounds. 22s are way cheaper than 45s, and more common too. Heck, around here, you can buy 22 cartridges at convenience stores. No, the only thing they bought was bullets. You don't have to be a gunsmith. Anybody who knows his or her way around a gun could do it in a couple of minutes. Don't even need special tools. Would you like to order one?
No, thanks. We have our own sources.
No problem. I'll pick one out of the wall for you.
Bullet from the gun club.
Bullet from the gun club.
I can't think of anything else for you.
Okay. Back to the lab then, I guess, to check the bullets.
Oh. Gun store lady did it.
Hey, I didn't have to go far to get that gun adapter after all. Local police reserves had one. Take this and do your test.
Oh.
Well, there was a noise.
Okay, but I don't really understand what we need to do with it though.
Put it on the gun. So you got to assemble the gun.
Oh yeah, good point.
Fire the bullets.
Punch the Pixel thinks Kath did it. Bullet from the gun club. And then what, the bullet from the body?
We can definitely rule out Craig Lander's 22 handgun as the murder weapon. The bullet fired at the gun club does not match the bullets from the victim.
Right. Gonna go and do this thing for Ethan's lunch, right?
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can mess around with a gun.
You want cat?
Alright, I'll have the cat in a tray. Although she's probably gonna get quite annoyed when the controller lead touches her. But right, okay. Adapt her? So whose gun's that then? Alright, there we go. Do some more tests.
Good job. Next stop, ballistics lab.
How do we get to the ballistic labs, Nick? It's body. Gun club. Too many things. So, Rosemary 2, 45. Bullet from the gun club. Demo room wall. Body. Alright, maybe it's not that. If in doubt, go see Brass, right? You're saying I did it. Go on, Brass. Oh, okay.
She's on her way to
We'll
interrogation.
just go talk to
now.
Maya because that's all we can do. Why did you threaten Stan?
I didn't threaten his ass. He was pushing too hard, and I told him to back off. That's no threat.
So when you say, keep pushing and I will push back, you meant that in the nicest way.
All I meant was, clean up your act, or I'm out of here. Listen, these video game guys, they're kids. Eternal kids. Well, I'm not a kid, but I do have a kid, a 10-year-old, who I like to see now and then on the rare occasion. And as a single mom facing week after week of extended periods of crunch time, well, enough's enough. It's just not worth it.
And if you think this game was out in 2006 and it's now 2021 and we're still having conversations about crunch, it's kind of scary.
How about a boss who demands everything and doesn't appreciate anything? A micromanager who changes his mind with the wind and saves up the biggest changes for the last minute. The smallest concern, the biggest ordeal imaginable. How's that for a complaint?
Anything else?
Well, Stan would go on and on and on about needing to get real, to bring the gritty reality of combat into not just the game, but my campaign, while dealing with a media backlash as well.
How can you reason with a guy like that? You tried at the gun club and it was like shooting blanks. So you decided to shoot him with something else.
And here's where I break down, right? Under your expert interrogation? Sorry. I hated the jerk. He was driving me insane, but I didn't kill him. I'm a professional, but I'm human, okay? He was unprofessional and would not let the hell up, so I snapped back. That's one of those bad things about text messaging, you know? You wind up writing things you'd never say.
Oh.
They had a lot of history before I got there, you know? Like, they had tensions sometimes, but there was also a bond. Almost like they could read each other's minds or something. By the end of the project, they were mostly staying out of each other's way. And, you know, maybe I'm out of line for saying this, but I don't know why Stan trusted the guy. Word around the office was, Andy's an old school
Right, looks like we're going back to question Andy.
What kind of old school hacker?
The kind who likes to break into stuff. Recently, I let him install a version of Gut Wrench 3 on my computer. Only since then, my machine's been working really, really slow. Andy says he did nothing, but I think he accessed my files.
Hacker. Told you it was a bit suspicious. Right, so let's go back to the motel. Then we'll go question Andy. Go on, Andy, talk.
I wasn't keeping track. Best guess, 1 a.m., a little after. Call it 5 after. Shouldn't be too hard. There's security cameras in the lobby. Can't you check those out?
That tells us what time you were in the lobby, but what else can you tell us?
Well, I remember I watched a pay-per-view movie last night. That's something the company doesn't pay for, by the way. Gotta cover all incidentals ourselves. Anyway, I've got the receipt right here.
Yeah, but just
Revenge of
because
the
you
Psycho Blood Mutants.
bought a movie doesn't
Brass
mean
could
that
check that out on the security cam
you
footage.
actually watched it. Alright, we need to go and see Brass.
Since the start of the company, I was the first guy he hired. He could be a tough guy to work for, but we were also friends. Anyway, it was his dough and his contacts in the biz that got the company off the ground. Of course, it was my contribution, my game code, that made the company a player. I write the programming code. Back in the early days, programmers like me were God. We designed the games, created the artwork, did all the programming. Only as the industry's grown, it's got more specialized. So my code is still what makes it all happen. I am Gut Wrench 3.
Oh, he feels like he's being pushed out. He did it. He did it.
Well, like I said, leave isn't exactly the word. The dude was canned, and he hasn't been able to land a job ever since, and it's been months. He's living out of his damn car, you know.
Craig didn't mention being fired. You sure he didn't leave on his own?
Dude, I was there. It was a raving blowout between those two. As for what was behind it, well, we were all working on Craig's little game, Fuzzy and Bill. We slaved on it for months and months, and it sold squat. It was total hard drive crash to Craig's ego when Stan pulled the plug on the promised sequel. Canceling the game was a shock, but Craig held on, thinking he could design Gut Wrench 3. All through development, those two were at each other's throats. And last night, they picked up right where they left off, screaming Match City.
Right, what happened?
We were at the demo booth, getting it ready, and I took a break. Shouldn't have left those two alone, I guess. I could hear them yelling at each other, really tearing each other bloody gaping new ones. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. I do remember Stan bitching about his foot itching. He said he got a couple of wasp stings just before he flew out here. Not his weekend, huh?
Right. So what does that have to do
I've
with anything,
divulged
though?
everything I can think of.
Really, Andy, really. It's only a salad, Phil. You're not going to want it.
The security chief at the Sphere says their videotape puts Andy Penmore returning at 1:08 a.m. and staying put. Maya didn't get in until 2:15, giving her a half hour to do who knows what. With the hotel connected to the convention center, she has opportunity, all right.
No, unfortunately, it's a Cobb salad. I don't
She's
even
on her
really
way
know
to
what one of those is,
interrogation
though.
now.
Oh, wow. I don't know if that noise is coming through for you guys. Yeah, that's coming through for you
No,
guys.
I'd already gambled
No
enough
idea what
going for a
happened there.
one-night back seat stand. In fact, I sat at the curb and just held
The
my head
sound
in
in
my
the game
hand,
is
thought
really
about
weird.
my life and my kid, and I said I was human. A tired human who let go for once.
Yeah, that's some of
Actually, I
the
felt good.
lines by the NPCs cut out occasionally, so you don't hear them at all. And for that one, it got replaced by a beep.
No. I know Craig wanted his job back. Maybe my looks and charm weren't the only thing Craig saw in me. Maybe he also wanted to know about the state of office politics. Anyway, in his car, we were griping about Stan, and Craig told me he tried to talk to Stan back at the convention center, but that it hadn't turned out so hot.
Oh, it was you who said that all Ubisoft games contain bugs punching the pixel, so I guess you were right. Alright, back to the lab. Got it from the gun club. What do we want to do? Did we do the bullet from the body? $45 adapter, gun club, demo room wall into its body. I can't remember if we did this or not. Okay, let me clear those. Let's try again. Oh, stop it. Okay. Never think. Oh. This bit's pretty tricky. They kind of look like they should match, but um, okay, let me clear those. Alright, let's do that one. And then do it from the body. See if we can line these up. Ah,
The striations on the spent bullets are similar, but not exact, to those found in Everston's body. This is not surprising. Since our adapter clearly didn't shoot him, we need to find the actual adapter to confirm it.
okay. Right. Ross, can you help?
I'll get my boys to start searching for it immediately. Check back later.
Okay. I don't
She's on her
really
way to
know
interrogation
why
now.
we'd need to question Maya again, but we'll do it as soon as we're here. Or couldn't we get a...
That's all I have to say.
What? Oh no, but we got a warrant for Craig. Let's check. No, we don't want to talk to the suspect again then, so let's go question Andy again. See what new things he has to say.
I've divulged everything I can think of.
He doesn't want to talk to us either. Okay. So there's something we haven't got then. We question Craig.
Where didn't I argue with Stan? We fought like brothers, I told you that. Why? Did that creep Andy say... Look, It's no big deal. I don't know what Penmore's problem is anyway. Hell, I'm the one on the outside. He's the one with part ownership of LZP now. He was the new brother. Replaced me in Stan's Heart and Company.
Oh.
Technically, I was fired. But let's just say I already had my desk cleared out. Why does that matter?
What was the reason you were fired?
The real reason or the stated one? Because you see, officially, I wasn't a good fit with the new vision of the company. But really, it was our disagreement about the future of LZP. And my desire to have a little goddamn responsibility about who we were selling our products to. The pisser is, and I get so steamed just thinking about it. I trusted him when we set things up. So he wound up owning my intellectual property. And I'm left at square one.
Yeah, what do you keep?
I created the original Fuzzy and Bill online comic years ago, way before LZP. Then I sold Stan the full commercial rights for $1, on the understanding that he would make it into a game with me in for a big share as an employee of LZP. We published, the game didn't sell big, but it had a following. Stan decided to bury Fuzzy and Bill, not just the video game, all other merchandising too, just to put me in my place.
Oh, he's angry.
There the property sits, still at LZP, and here I sit, out of work and no way to make a nickel on my own creation.
Why are your knuckles red?
What? Oh, that. It'll sound lame, but I was out in the desert catching scorpions the other day. Little critters scurry around the rocks, you know, and these are my, red badges of stupidity.
You telling me you actually got into a fist fight would sound less lame. You could save us a step by letting us take an impression of your ring. We can get a warrant. Easy, but...
I got nothing to hide. Actually, I got nothing, period.
Right. Okay, no, that's cool. When we can compare that then, can't we? Oh yeah, we've already had the scorpion tickling test. Okay, so let's go back to the lab. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Or can we do a further test on the ring? Maybe. Let's check the ring first. Is there going to be like a trace or something on it? Oh, it's really hard to turn things in this game. Right, okay, so we can't do a thing. Okay, let's do that. Let's see if this works. I'm not sure it's will. I reckon we might have to go back to the doctor.
Let's see what Doc Robbins
Yeah.
has to say about this.
The bruising patterns match up to these markings. Also, the bruise had a very large white blood cell count, which only happens when the
Warrant,
person
come
hit
on, give
is
us a
alive.
warrant.
That means this ring struck Stan Everston before he died.
There we go. Excellent, that's what we wanted. So let's get Craig in for an interrogation. Gonna get a warrant. Craig. I want to interrogate him.
Let's bring in the guy whose ring matches our Vic's chest.
Why you think Craig? Everyone thinks Craig did it, don't they?
Well, you tell me, detective. I let all of them, Maya, Andy, even Stan, fire my gun that night. Any of them could have screwed with it. Hey, you don't think one of them's trying to frame me for this thing, do you?
Well, I think we can safely rule Stan everything, but I can see why you'd be pissed at Stan the man. Cancels your pet project, fires you, and keeps ownership of a company you built as much as he did.
Every game company has conflicts between the creative and business side, okay? Producers like Stan don't look at a monitor and see the energy and the brilliance that go into a great game. All they see is a damn spreadsheet. He didn't hold a gun to my head and make me sell my intellectual property to him. That was my stupid fault. Well, during the party, Andy told Stan that there were new bugs with the game, and Stan, being the predictable control freak he was, had to go there and hunt down the bugs personally. He would have stayed there all night if he needed to.
Okay.
Not begging. Look, it was all business for Stan, and I was talent, and damn good talent. I figured he'd be able to look past our differences and see how I could positively impact his bottom line. And
Hey, you did it.
I
I've changed my mind.
I thought that maybe after Gut Wrench 3 came out, we could revive Fuzzy and Bill again.
How did that go over with Stan?
Not so good. I pushed too hard, and we both said things that old friends should never have said. He said LZP had outgrown me, and I accused him of bad-mouthing me in the industry to where I couldn't even get a low-end job. I admit it. It got a little ugly. I accused him of exploiting every worst instinct in the gaming market, selling violence and sex, made all the worse by killing the very game that could have provided a fun alternative. And if he wasn't going to do Fuzzy and Bill, couldn't he at least sign it back over to me? He just laughed.
So I punched him.
So that's when you threatened Stan? Hoping to scare him into giving you Fuzzy and Bill back? He didn't back down, even when you punched him. He took it, and then ripped your shirt as you fled. But you went back for your gun instead. With Stan gone, LZP would turn to you. You'd put the company back on track.
Why would he rip his shirt and then take it off and leave it at the crime scene?
You
That
got it
makes
half right
absolutely no
anyway.
sense.
I took a swing at that prick. And I'm guilty of getting my butt kicked by the guy after. I just picked up what little was left of my dignity and I went back to my car.
Oh.
That's everything I know.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Are we any closer?
I think we're getting there,
She's on her way to interrogation now.
but
So that's a no then, right?
it feels like we're close. I think.
That's all I have to say.
Ah.
Oh, she ain't got nothing to say on nothing.
No.
Nothing but nothing. You gotta love the zoomed out cat, right?
Actually, no, but I should be soon. Stan promised me a piece of the corporate pie because of my stellar work on Gut Wrench 3. It's not supposed to happen till the game's complete and on the shelves. And that'll be delayed because of this tragedy. We didn't have anything in writing, but there were witnesses to our oral contract. But I'm not the only one who was promised a payday. Let me give you a different file, one that I think you'll be more interested in.
Oh,
It's on my PDA.
what's he got? What's he got?
I've divulged everything I can think of.
Is that the thing in his bag?
Yeah, you can. Nope. Yep, yep.
Ah, it's so fiddly. Okay, right. So we've got every bit of evidence from that location now. So let's go to the lab and decrypt
To the lab.
it.
That salad ain't getting eaten, Phil. That's just there for effect.
Why'd you order a salad from room service? You have anything you want and you order a salad. Come on. Next, that one there.
Sandisk as well. They've got their hand in.
Everyone's in this game.
Press coverage of Gut Wrench 3 is tied to Maya Wynn's payday. The bigger the media splash, the bigger her bonus. However, note that it was encrypted. Andy didn't just get this forwarded, he hacked it.
Oh. Right, so I guess we go back to Maya now. Because we can tell her that she did get hacked and she might give us something else.
Maybe he just pushed the salad
No,
away.
it was ordered for the guy who died.
Ah, right.
So that's why it's on the other side. That's what he said. He could be lying. Maya.
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Come on, Maya. Yeah, sorry Phil, you missed that bit. It's for the goat. Yeah, it's for the dead guy. He's not going to
Ghost
want his salad anymore.
Ah.
What is a cob salad?
A cob salad.
Isn't it cob a kind of lettuce?
Yeah.
So basically he's got a bowl of lettuce.
Nice.
From day one, it was part of the job offer that convinced me to sign up with LZP. I had offers from 2 other companies, both bigger, you know, but this was a real opportunity to make my mark. And a box of money.
Why would a marketing person rate bigger money than the creative side?
Marketing is king in the entertainment world, and the game industry is an increasingly bigger part of that world, with marketing campaigns that run to the millions. More sometimes than goes into the game themselves. A great game that sits on a shelf is a flop. A weak game that flies off the shelves is a win.
And we're looking at a crime scene that seems designed by a marketing whiz, aimed at generating a lot of press. Vic posed like the body on the game's poster. It's genius, really.
And
Grandma.
here you are with a sweetheart contract tying national press to your bonus. Nicely done, Ms. Wynn.
With your expertise as a competition shooter, you know all about weapon adapters. Then you heard about Craig and Stan getting into it, so you seized the moment, killing your pain of a boss, posing him for the inevitable press coverage, placing the assault rifle just right, though leaving a nasty little print behind. Then back to your hotel room.
You're right. The killer did me a favor. And I'll probably make money because of the way that crime scene was staged. But I didn't stage it, and I didn't kill Stan. But maybe I can help you. Why don't you take a look at a file I downloaded for you about Andy Kenmore? It's on my flash drive. You might get somewhere with it.
Alright, guess where we're going now?
That's all I have.
Yeah, alright. We're going back to the lab. Do
Yeah,
some more
well,
decrypting.
on the Trinity thing, that's all spelt wrong, isn't it? It's got 2 T's.
Yeah, they obviously didn't do much QA on this.
Or maybe they
Which is
gave-
actually quite funny because people that would buy this would be CSI fans who are obviously into the detective thing, you know, looking at the details.
And then you put a spelling mistake in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, Phil, you missed out earlier, dude. You know who came to our stream?
And raided us, no less.
Only Marcus Ritter himself.
That'll go on the
You
trace
missed out.
analysis computer.
Oh, I was on the wrong one.
Nice indeed. Not even their company logo, Sandisk.
Let's run
Really?
this evidence by brass.
Oh, okay. So everyone thought that they were getting a share in the company, but they weren't because all the money was going to Maya.
Oh.
Yeah, the world needs more Marcus Ritter. And more Gabriel Knight references.
Well, of course.
Murder weapon.
Catherine gave me the heads up on this development. Our convention center security pals used a metal detector around where that cell phone was recovered. Here's your adapter. Oh, you're gonna love this. Turns out both of these items were within 30 feet of Lander's car.
There's a fingerprint on that. No, don't have any more questions. We want to check the... Might as well go back to the lab first. And then we can check the fingerprint, run the fingerprint. Right, okay. So, fingerprint.
Fingerprints.
What did he just give us? The adapter. So, blatant fingerprint on that.
Dusty McDust face.
Okay, so we have a fingerprint. So let's put that in the machine and analyze it.
Fingerprints. Gonna do some more fingerprints.
Right, who do we think it is? Who do you want? Everyone's saying it was Craig, right? So I'm gonna do Craig.
No,
It's
sir.
not Craig. Sorry, guys. So next,
Maya.
it's not Maya.
Not Maya.
It's Andy.
Dusting Dusterson.
Oh look, it's Andy.
The evidence suggests that Andy Penmore had possession of Stan Everston's cell phone, and now we have Andy's fingerprint on the gun adapter, tying him to the murder weapon.
What? And that's not enough for a... Hold on then, let me just check something else.
Do you have to do a bullet thing with a gun adapter?
Maybe. I just want to see if we can do the partial. Right, it won't let me do it. It won't let me do the partial. Alright, so select. I think possibly, Pete, you are right.
Yes, normally that is the case.
So we can fire a bullet, compare it to the bullet from the body,
Prove it's the
hopefully,
current murder
and then
weapon.
hopefully we can just prove that Andy's done it. Wait for it. Testing.
Good job. Next stop, ballistics lab.
Right. Back. Back. Harrison. So what have we got? We want the bullet from the body.
Yeah. That one.
And we want the...
Yeah. Whoa, oh no, sorry, go carry on.
that one.
That one.
And then we've got to try and match them up.
Yeah, that's our murder weapon. Back together again for this special encore performance.
Right. Warrant time. I think we're almost there, people. Don't tell me we've been able to solve this case in like over an hour less than the last one. Hang on, we got to see
Andy's
first.
prints are on the Vic cell phone and on the murder weapon adapter. Time to stop all the games and play for real. Let's arrest this guy.
Going in for an arrest. Come on, loading screen.
Game crashes.
That's
No.
not. You did it. Just admit it.
As much, more. Try 8 days in a row. My eyes are burning right now from sitting at a monitor, making this game fly.
Was that what you bargained for?
Actually, yes. Everybody in the game industry knows that long hours is part of the deal. I'm in this field because I love it. I'm a lucky guy, making games for a living.
I'm a lucky guy.
What is this, some stupid attempt to entrap me?
It's no fake, Andy.
Well, then Stan Everston was a fake. If this is true, he was planning to renege on my piece of the action. Bastard lied to me. If I'd have known this, you really would have a right to look at me as a murder suspect. But I didn't know, and I didn't kill him. Though I'd like to strangle his ass right now.
Well played, Andy. But a gifted hacker like you? You've known about that email all along.
You're reaching, but you aren't touching anything. Read my lips. I never saw
I'll just
this
punch
stupid
him.
thing before. Anyway, when Stan was killed, my stake in the company hadn't kicked in yet. What would I have gained killing that liar?
You didn't have a stake yet, and you found out you never would. Not unless you removed Stan and brought in witnesses who heard his oral contract to you.
Andy, we found the cell phone, we know about the adapter, and your prints are on it. Then there's the little matter of you being the last one to see Stan Everston alive.
I wasn't the last one to see him alive. The killer was. You don't play this game at all well, guys, but good luck to you. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Am I free to go?
No, your prints are on the murder weapon, dude. Like, what don't you get?
How could I do that from my hotel room, which is where I was when he was killed?
Sure you were. There's no proof of that, by the way. Just flimsy setups from you to make us think you were there.
If that's the best you can do, I can't wait to see you try to build a case on air like this in court.
You're right, we don't have the evidence we need, but we have a lot of testimony. Help us find the real killer, since you're innocent and all.
I see. You pretend to ask for my help when you really want me to try to incriminate myself, give you false testimony on facts so you can trip me up. If I don't, then I'm unwilling and you hold me longer. So, I'm game. I'll help you.
Okay, well then, who convinced Stan into inviting Craig, persona non grata, to the gun club party?
I did. I don't deny that.
Who also told Craig to bring his own 22? Who ensured Stan bought and brought his 45? Who researched how weapons work in the real world? Who told Stan there was a last-minute problem with the game, ensuring he would stay late at the demo center?
I did, but none of that means I killed him, of course.
Well, I'm just getting started. Who knew that an adapter for both a 22 and a 45 would be needed for this coincidence? Who knew Maya not only had a PR bonus, but was also an expert shot?
I think there's
Who
your
was ready
motive,
with
Phil.
flimsy alibis when the others decided to hook up on an accidental meeting? Who set this whole thing up months in advance the minute you found that email telling you your payday was gone the way of floppy disks?
Nice
You
reference.
can't prove that.
Let me walk you through what we can prove, thanks to your help. By ensuring both the 45 and the 22 would be at the club, you could grab a few of Craig's bullets. When you told Stan there were problems with the game, he gave you the 45 and the ammo to take back to the room while he went to the convention center. You walked through the lobby so the cameras could see you, entered the room, ordered your movie, modified the gun, and then snuck out. Once in the demo room, you cranked up the game audio and shot Stan twice in the chest and once in the head. Then, you staged the crime scene to potentially throw blame on Maya or maybe just some disgruntled fan. You also turned down the air conditioning to further confuse the time of death. You switched out the adapter, wiped the 45 clean, and returned it to the gun case. Then you grabbed Stan's cell and punched in your second alibi and bolted back to your room to order that alibi salad.
Oh, alibi
You
salad.
wiped off the phone and adapter, and the next morning, you ditched him near Craig's car. Easy to find, right? However, in your haste, you left partial prints on both items. Then it was off to the convention. From one con.
From one
right
car
into another.
right into the next.
You see,
yeah.
Eddie, we're not trying to get you to incriminate yourself. You said that you'd help us. The truth is, we don't need anything from you. We know what you did, and we know how you did it. Combined with all the physical evidence we got on you, we have everything we need.
Busted.
You'll never make this play in court.
This murder was all a game to you, wasn't it? But there was a glitch in your programming. It's your sick ego. And that's a bug you'll never get out of.
Oh, they love the
Oh, my
puns, don't
God.
they? I can't believe that the guy's been caught. It's like your fingerprints on the murder weapon. We know you did it. This will never fly in court. You're never gonna catch me.
You'll never catch me, copper.
That was an interesting case. It's funny. Andy tried so hard to control every detail to cover up his involvement. And since you uncovered that every detail was controlled by him, that was the break we needed. Physical evidence is strong, but it's the context of that evidence to the events that makes it the strongest. Well done. Let's move on to your case evaluation.
Come on, we've got to get a master on this one too.
You would like to think.
Surely, come on.
You investigated every possible angle on this case.
We impressed
Doesn't
him
happen
again.
often, but
So
I'm
Chris
very
is impressed. Fine. Saving. Master.
Master rank. There we go.
Right, so next up we got Daddy's Girl, but unfortunately not today.
Because
Because
time is the
I
thing.
have to switch from detective to teacher now and go and mark the boys' homework.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. But yeah, nice little morning stream there. Nice and chilled in our PJs. Thank you to everyone who raided us for the chat. That was very nice.
It was incredibly nice.
Everyone go check out Marcus Ritter. Do it. It's free on Steam. We got to lose. Yeah, we've had English. We've had an English exam question
English
this morning.
creative writing.
So we need to go and mark it and see how he
And
did. How
critique
many
his creativity.
how many marks did he get out of 40?
Not many, I don't reckon. He only did about 4 words.
We shall see. We might reveal it
They were
next
good
time.
words. Oh, they were bugger.
Stop it.
And
But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so whatever you're doing with the rest of your Sunday,
have good fun with
a
it.
lovely Sunday. I believe that Punching the Pixel is back over on YouTube tomorrow night with some more Breath of the Wild. If she doesn't sneak in a stealth stream, because we have had a couple of stealth
We
streams
have had
from her
stealth
recently.
streams, haven't we?
Yeah. Phil says I like turtles.
It's always good creative writing.
But yeah, take care everybody.
Yes.
Have a lovely Sunday and we will see you very soon.
See you all soon. Ta-ta.